Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, we have a ton of interesting crypto news to cover. And if you are enjoying these daily updates, make sure you press the like button. Having said that, guys, today we're going to cover, first of all, the crypto prices, because man oh man, has it been an interesting couple of hours. We'll then move over into a new SEC versus Ripple XRP lawsuit document. Moving over into some new news about the SEC's ETF. You'll see what that means. A little bit about Ethereum, and then some very interesting general crypto stuff like China, Bitcoin eyeing a huge expiry of the options, and Messari founder running for Senate. We'll get to it. All the timestamps will be in the comment section down below. As again, you guys have been liking the pressing the like button like crazy, so I try keeping up with these timestamps as well. I do my best. All right. So let's first get into the crypto prices right now. Bitcoin hit as low as 39 point something thousand, I believe, somewhere yesterday. Ethereum, I didn't actually update myself with too much, but XRP, oh boy, went below 90 cents. I told you guys, right? I think at about 86 cents, I said in my last video. When we made our last video, the price was about 90 or 89, 90 cents. I told you guys, I kind of sold my soul to buy the most amount of crypto possible. Then again, as I've also explained yesterday, I don't know if we're in the clear just quite yet with this recovery. Yes, Solana is up 5% in the hour. Yes, XRP has recovered about 10% already. That does not mean we are in the clear. However, I personally anticipate that either we recover really hard or we're going to fall down lower, like anybody could guess. So it doesn't really matter if you're wrong or right in that regard for where we're going to go. It depends on what you do when we go into a certain direction. If we're going up and you just sold all your crypto, boom, you lose. If we're going down and you just bought a lot of crypto, you didn't have the really best deal. And so from that perspective, my personal idea right now is, okay, I bought a good chunk of XRP at about 86 cents before. I even bought it, I think, 91 and then 86. And I was planning to buy it, for example, about 79 or 81 cents around that area. If we get to there, I'll buy a freaking chunk more. If we just go up from here on forward, I'll be satisfied because I just got a nice, juicy little dip. And again, guys, I wasn't only buying XRP. I was actually buying some AVAX, some Atom, some Evergrande, some Chainlink, and let's actually see about some HBAR, Pancake. Again, just the coins I usually cover in these videos, I just keep snapping up and buying because I personally believe a ton in diversifying your portfolio. Some people laugh at me for it, but I think it is the way to go. Then there's a new document in the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit. The SEC files a letter stating that it does not oppose Ripple's motion to seal certain portions of Ripple's objections and responses to the SEC's second and third set of interrogatories. So what these interrogatories are is the SEC, in this specific case, asks a lot of questions to Ripple, basically about the basics of the court case, and Ripple answers those. Ripple wanted to keep them sealed. So, for example, let's say the SEC asked, Ripple, did you, under any of these circumstances, potentially regard XRP as a security? Did you, for example, think so? And Ripple has to respond to that because it's like the essentials for this lawsuit case. Well, in that regard, Ripple might want to keep it sealed from the public, and that is again what they basically gotten granted right now because the SEC didn't object, and it's actually not often that people object to these sealings because why would you basically, right? It's like if they want to keep it secret, and usually you don't actually win it anyway, right? If you're trying to oppose a motion to seal, once more guys, not legal or financial advice. I'm just talking about the cases that I have seen over the last couple of months. I've seen, however, that very often they don't even object the motion to seal, but if they do, very often it does not get granted because they try motions to seal because it's in either everybody's best interest or a very high interest to keep the information sealed. Once more, sealing basically just means they're not showing it to the public. It is there for the court to see, but the public can't just see everything just quite yet. It's just basically done behind closed doors, and that can have a multitude of reasons. It could also be, for example, that such a huge part of it is really private information that they have to really censor it properly the next time that it goes out, or that everything, for example, is private information. It just depends a little bit on the exact situation. All right. Next topic. The SEC. What's going on? So, apparently, what's going really trending in the crypto space right now is that an ETF could be approved rather soon. And I'm talking really trending. I see a lot of people talking about this right now, and it was really on a cold fire for a very long while. So, the SEC could approve a Bitcoin futures ETF by October, says Bloomberg strategist. Bloomberg's Mike McGlone says or talks about a Bitcoin ETF in the US, his $100,000 per coin prediction, and what Ray Dalio was wrong about the asset. I don't really care about all the rest. It's basically just this first part, right? The topic about this ETF has been ongoing for years. Canada already approved one, and consequently, the northern neighbor of the US has attracted investors, such as Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, who want exposure to a Bitcoin ETF. This will push the SEC to finally approve an exchange-traded fund, tracking the performance of Bitcoin, even if it is a futures one. In fact, he predicted that such a baby step development could be right around the corner by the end of October, which is peculiar that he's that adamant about it happening quickly. Then again, as I just saw on Twitter as well, guys, I don't have it open anymore. Let me quickly grab it here for you. I just saw a lot of announcements that Cathie Wood just bought a freaking ton more Bitcoin for the company. Let's see if we can actually see Cathie Wood. I just saw a couple of announcements in that regard. Let's quickly check it out if we can see it on her Twitter page. Maybe not. Ooh, yeah, I don't think we might not be able to see it. But then again, just take my word for it here that I believe they bought maybe, for example, $20 million worth of crypto just now. Let me see if I can find it on my phone still. Maybe it's on the top here. I hope. I didn't want to put it in because I didn't know if it was going to be too relevant. But then, well, here we go. Too bad, guys. I'm sorry for not keeping you guys up to date with that part. But at least I saw it and I got the info for you guys, right? They bought, I believe, $20 million maybe worth of Bitcoin and then $30 million worth of Robinhood stock. That's at least the announcement that I've read. Again, it can be fake. It can be something, but I believe it's just the legitimate stuff. I was trying to find it real quick, but I'm not able to find it. No. Too bad. All right. I tried. So that was basically happening, and they're basically saying that because she is getting so interested in the ETF, that the U.S. has to make some steps because a lot of money is flowing into there. Now, on the same regard, look at this, right? This is actually the next one. Commodity strategist predicts Bitcoin ETF could get the nod in the U.S. next month. This is kind of the same thing. It was this one. So, just in, Galaxy Digital and Invesco filed joint physical Bitcoin ETF proposal. Just notice that almost every freaking company that has the capacity to launch an ETF basically has tried it, and they're all trying to be first because it'll make them a ton of money. But just kind of imagine how many freaking companies have already applied for a Bitcoin ETF and how many times it's been denied for no real good reason. I can understand if some of these companies are frustrated and just trying again, trying harder, trying different ways. Because really, what's keeping a Bitcoin ETF from coming along? I don't honestly really know. Then again, I don't think it's going to take a lot of time. Here, for example, Invesco/Galaxy just filed for a physically backed Bitcoin ETF. Interesting given Jens has signaled he won't approve any 33 Act filings, which this is. Perhaps they just want to be in the race just in case. In the meantime, Invesco is in good position to get their Bitcoin futures ETF approved in October. So all in all, things are looking good the way it's looking for me right now. I mean, if I'm honestly speaking, things are looking really, really juicy, and I can't really see it otherwise. All right, $30 million in ETH on the move after authorities confirm arrest of WEX exchange founder. Earlier this week, reports emerged that Polish authorities had arrested Dmitry, the founder of exchange WEX, in Warsaw. Yesterday, as authorities officially confirmed that he was in custody, $30 million in ETH started moving out of a wallet associated with the exchange. However, it appears that the actual handling of the funds could be problematic for those in control. On a 9,916 Ether transaction valued at about $30 million as of the time of writing, whoever initiated the transaction ordered a max cost, which is very funny, of 0.00042 ETH and a gas price of 20 Gwei. So that's very peculiar because they basically put their transaction into the mempool and waiting for some higher authority to just bless them, because this, for all of you guys that do not know, this is extremely low of a price/fee that they basically added to it. So theoretically speaking, this could be in limbo for a very long time. It's just not something that any person who is really involved with crypto would ever do. And if they would, then it's most likely for either a really good reason. For example, you want the transaction to be around for a little while. But check this out, for example. Here on CoinMarketCap, you can see the GUI over at the top right here. And you can see if you're going for 20, it's about 1/3 the standard price right now. So it's a little bit crazy. Let's put it like that. I don't really know exactly why they would do it. I have no real clue. So gas, or the cost of transacting, has not been that low in months, with the result that the transaction has been pending for about 24 hours as of the publication time, and doesn't seem likely to go forward anytime soon. So why? Really, really good question. Maybe it's because they don't want the money in an account just quite yet. They want it to be pending, so that when they get apprehended, they can say, well, yeah, I mean, we sent the money away, but it never got anywhere, so you can't really take it from us. It's difficult, because obviously if they just, for example, memorize the private key, right, or something along those lines, or just put it in a piece of paper in a place where nobody would ever look. There's enough places to put a private key where nobody in the world is ever going to find it. The only thing they can do is block the address which the money has been sent to. But if that's the case, you could have better had it quickly so you can start moving it further and further and further, rather than just kind of keeping it in this limbo position. So I don't really know the strategy behind this. It is very freaking odd. However, it's a pretty fun story, so I thought I should quickly share it with you guys. All right. Moving on. Here is the first sign of whales selling their Bitcoin holdings. Funny that people keep saying this, huh? Well, again, the numbers from a certain perspective don't lie, but it just shows large Bitcoin transactions. So after a 15% sell-off, even more whale tier transactions have been made. But in addition to that, different on-chain data providers have not shown any increased exchange inflows, which means that even though large wallets are selling or actually moving their assets, institutional investors are not looking forward to selling their assets. So this is, again, another statistic which you can't do anything with. It's just that people are moving more money. Duh. I mean, yeah, when the price moves like this, people move money. That always happens. So this is not something I hold too dearly. It's just, again, a little bit of a clickbait type of article, a little bit of a headline that's way bigger than it actually should be. So let's kind of put this one to rest, shouldn't we? All right. China injected $20 billion to bail out Evergrande. Here's how the crypto market can benefit. Well, I mean, the tether problem would kind of be gone. The entire China market crash would kind of be gone. So it's basically a really easy pump for the markets. Then again, it's already been a little while ago, so I'm not exactly sure if things are doing good because of it still. Because that's another problem I have, guys. I get this news so quickly, so soon, that I'm sometimes not sure if the market moves because of the news, because very often it happens like hours later. And in the Forex market, the price moves instantly. If news comes out, within 10 seconds, the price has moved ridiculously far. In crypto, it feels as if when the news comes out, about 10 hours later, all of a sudden the price starts to move. And so right now, Bitcoin and every coin bouncing, it can be because of the bailout, but it can also be because of a lot of different things, like just the usual flow of the crypto. It's a lot more vague, which is definitely annoying from a certain perspective, because you can never really know if you should buy the rumor, sell the news in some sense, because you don't know if it actually is going to have any effect. Now, Bitcoin eyes a $3 billion September options expiry after a drop to 40,000. People keep saying this is heavy stuff. I disagree firmly. Even though it's a pretty big day in terms of puts and calls, it's definitely a high up one. I don't know. It's never really had any effect. And so I guess we'll see pretty shortly here if it's going to have any effect this time around this Friday. Do I guess so? No, I personally don't think it's going to do anything. Then again, you never really know up front, right? You never really know up front. I'm getting a lot of emails right now. What am I doing wrong? Ooh. So do you also sometimes get that you get an email which you didn't anticipate to get, and then you're scared? Just, I don't want to say the word, the shizzleness. You're just scared, really, because you didn't expect an email like that, and it's scaring you a little bit. And very often it's phishing. I'm not too specific with that. I just mean that you sometimes get an email, which, when you get an email like that, it's very scary, but you're already thinking, it's most likely a phishing email. That's what I got just now. And also, whenever I get a YouTube email, I always think, my channel's gone. There we go. Guys, make sure you press that like button to support the channel, man. We've been through a lot the last couple of weeks. It's not been fun. The video making process is always fun, but the YouTube side of things, it's been haunting. All right, it's a little bit haunting. So I'll give you guys a better update on this, I think tomorrow, or maybe on my 5-minute crypto channel, as it's interesting to kind of think about it. Then again, personally, I've never noticed any consequence at all from these expiries. So I'm not really sure if I should actually give you guys any false hope or false like fear from some perspective, right? Because I don't think anything's going to happen. Then again, maybe. So now you know that there's a huge expiry coming up. And then Messari founder Ryan Selkis announced a Senate run for 2024 with enough talk said. He's just a pretty big proponent in the crypto space, the founder of Messari, a cryptocurrency research company. And apparently he'll be running for the US Senate in 2024. The entrepreneur made his announcement on Twitter after finding out one of the speakers at Messari's main conference, whose identity could not be confirmed, was served with a subpoena by the SEC. This is one of the first serious political bids that a crypto entrepreneur has made in the US, and I really wonder how that's going to turn out, because he has a shot from some perspective. I mean, he's not really that old, and usually there's more, older people represented in Senate. But whatever, man. I mean, is there anything negative from him trying? No, and it's also 3 years into the future. I mean, crypto can have a lot of changes by then. Let us see. I'm pretty excited for it, and I'll update you guys if we know more about that too. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this update, make sure you press the like button. Again, I'll also be doing some more price talk videos a little bit later throughout the day. I might even live stream, who knows. If you're enjoying these related crypto updates, press the like button, subscribe to the channel. Adios amigos.